Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hello. We're glad you're
Thank you.
here.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. My name is Matt.
And I'm Celine.
This is Peculiar Pairings, where we try to entertain you with a fun story as well as interesting choices of drink and treats. Yeah. Celine's going to tell us a fun tale. I hope maybe spooky, maybe funny, maybe a tearjerker. We'll find out in a moment. And I will hopefully hook you up with a really nice treat to help, I guess, satiate your taste buds.
Yes.
Perfect.
It is
intro.
a spooky story this week. But before we get started, let's catch up a little bit. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm still in the middle of moving in like a 3-month process. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, I seem to be developing like adult acne. I was
that fun?
I was very fortunate in my formative like middle school, high school years that I had incredibly clear skin. I was incredibly lucky I didn't have a lot of zits, and now I seem to be paying the piper for that, and it's not fun.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing they like to not tell you that still happens to you as an adult, is that your face can still break out.
Mm-hmm. And these are big and bad and painful. Like they're almost boils. Like it's not. I got one on my nose and one on my cheek, and I'm gonna go see.
Those are the worst.
Yeah, I went and talked to my doctor, and I'm gonna set up a thing with a dermatologist just to make sure, because I deliver mail. I'm outside in the sun a lot, so I'm like, it's possible it's something else, which I
hopefully
really
not.
Yeah. On the plus side, the thing that it turns out it could be is the most curable and most common form of skin cancer. It's almost not even looked at as skin cancer.
Oh.
It just tends to be similar to like bad acne. It can still progress and get worse, but it literally has a 100% survivability rate. So, that's
damn. That's pretty good.
Right. It's like, if you're gonna get stuff.
Is it like one of those ones where they just like take that section out and then like that's it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It is so non-aggressive that even if it does spread, and not that this is something one would want, but it's like the worst it will do is leave you with scar tissue. And unfortunately, like where mine is on my nose, it can potentially like grow through and degrade your nose. And it does. Yeah. It's not.
That's not fun.
Yeah, you still don't want to leave it unchecked, but the idea is that even if it does spread, like it can potentially spread to deeper tissues, but the likelihood of anything severe happening is practically zero. So, I mean, that's nice.
Oh, yeah. That is nice.
Yeah.
As much of a downer that could be, like it's nice that it's not like, I have something that could be very aggressive skin cancer, which it actually happens up here in the mountains a lot, is people get skin cancer more.
I was going to say, I suppose technically with the higher elevation, you've got a little less protection. And
yep.
Yeah.
Closer to the sun.
Right. Yeah. You wouldn't even think that would make that much of a difference, considering like how far we are from the sun just as a planet.
Yeah.
The minuscule, like negligible amount of distance you would be closer, but the clouds are probably thinner. The protective layers aren't as much. So it's
and Colorado's also like a ridiculously sunny state. So I don't think that helps, because we have over 300 days of sunshine.
That's cool.
I know Minnesota does not have that.
I mean, I do like our rainy days, but like especially in the winter, I mean, the sunny days are much less likely. 300 days out of 365. That's a pretty good streak.
Yeah, I want to say usually average somewhere between 306 and like 312.
Wow.
It's like a ridiculously large amount of sunny days, but I don't know what they classify exactly as sunny. So
well, that's also true. Yeah, it does depend. And I suppose the more sunny days you have, that would also link to more skin cancer. So
yeah, because everyone's like, the sun is out, so I must be out.
yeah. And then you're gonna break out with unfortunate levels of skin cancer.
I stay inside because I am pale as fuck.
I should do that more. I do wear a lot of sunscreen, so I'm hoping
That is good.
yeah, it's all good. But and then I also got a schedule for a sleep with a sleep doctor because I don't know how much I've talked about it, but I have a CPAP machine and I got it 11 years ago.
I had no idea. This is all news to me.
Is it really?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Okay. I guess I don't really talk about it much, but I've had one since I was like 26.
Okay.
I just turned 37, and I read like a year ago that you are depending on your insurance, whatever, you're entitled to a whole new machine every 5 years.
Oh, so you're like overdue.
Apparently. And I remember talking to somebody about it when I first got it, and I thought I remembered them saying 10 years. So I'm like, ooh, 11, I'm overdue. And I looked it up and it's like, oh, I should be on my third machine by now. But
wow.
So yeah, I'll hopefully go in and just have them say, here's a new machine, and then I'll go, hooray!
Hooray.
Yeah.
That is.
But enough about me. How you doing?
Oh, I am doing all right. I feel like I am still recovering from babysitting the other night because
a lot of fun, was it?
Yeah, one of the kids I had screamed most of the time. Just every little thing was like just so upsetting for him, I guess. And then I felt really bad because at one point he was like eating some chips and he like bit the inside of his cheek and started choking.
Oh my
God. He is okay. He is
Okay.
fine. I'm gonna preface it with that. He is okay. But I've never had a kid like choke on something. So I was like, oh my God, no.
Is this it? Is this how it happens?
Is this how it ends?
Is this my last day as a free human?
As a free human. No, he was perfectly fine. Thank God. But it was just a very intense session of babysitting.
One of those sessions that kind of makes you feel like deep down inside for just a second when you saw him start to choke, you were like, finally, it's a piece of goddamn quiet.
It took no, because he was being quiet before that, and he had like quiet moments, but yeah, it was intense. The last day he was not kind at all.
Oh no.
Yeah, he told me he hated me a lot. So
a lot?
No, more specifically, he said he hates everything about me.
Wow, that
I hate you like multiple times. I'm like, I'm sorry that waiting for your parent to read you a story is boring.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand a scenario where the kid just gets to the breaking point. It's like, I hate you, and then runs away or something. But the like, how old is the kid?
He was like 4-ish.
The like wherewithal that a 4-year-old would have to not just say that they hate you, but to be like, I hate everything about you. This feels like it would be so cutting. Like, why?
Yeah. He also told me he hated the sound of my voice. So I was like, oh, kind of ironic that I have a podcast child.
Not a he's not a fan of this show.
Oh, he should not be listening to the show.
Good. He doesn't. No, you know what? More than that, he doesn't get to. That's his punishment. Yeah.
Yes.
He doesn't get access to it, and he doesn't get to enjoy it.
Yeah, I can say as someone like who has worked in childcare and like who has done a lot of babysitting, I've definitely had kids like be difficult where like they're pushing all the boundaries, they're seeing what they can get away with, but I have not had a child scream so much.
Yeah.
Have like so many meltdowns, throw so many fits, and then also tell me how much they loathe my presence. Not that he used those words exactly, but
Right.
I mean, I also have babysat a lot for family. So like, I'm pretty sure if one of my younger cousins was like, I hate you, I'd be like, oh yeah, you want to bet?
Right. Yeah.
Let's take this outside.
Yeah. It feels like there's a bit more control, sort of seniority or authority a little bit, or
A
like
little bit.
you have more like with familial parents of like younger cousins and stuff, where you can be like, hey, your kid was being a real piece of shit today.
Yeah. Yeah, it was trying. And I mean, hopefully that is not how that kid normally behaves. I certainly hope not. But after that, I like was done for a while.
I don't need to babysit for your children ever again. Good luck finding another sitter.
Yeah. I don't know if I would necessarily babysat for that family again, but that's a personal choice.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, look, I don't want to deal with that shit. Good luck in the future.
I don't need to have a repeat of your child telling me they hate me.
Speaking of the opposite of I hate you, I was not expecting this, and it's not the greatest segue, but have you by any chance gone to the theater to see Top Gun Maverick?
I have not.
Have you seen the original Top Gun?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I know of it.
Right. I will say this. So Dad and I went to see it this weekend, and we decided to watch the first Top Gun just to kind of, get in the context, get in the groove, feel that need for
like
speed.
Prepare.
Right, yeah. And I was surprised because one, I don't think, after watching it all the way through, looking back, I don't think I had ever watched all of it in one sitting.
Oh.
And I was surprised at how much I really didn't care for it. It's so quintessentially an 80s movie. The soundtrack is spectacular. The casting is great. The writing, in my opinion, not very awesome. And I also forgot how much it does. There's not a whole lot that happens, because the basic concept is these young naval pilots encounter this generic sort of enemy airplane, and as the only ones who have basically encountered it, they get sent to the Navy's top flight school, which is referred to as Top Gun. And after a bunch of random stuff that happens, they finally go and re-engage the same enemies, and in this final mission, and they all come together. It's a good sort of feel-good brotherhood kind of movie. There's some crying, there's some laughter, there's a strange scene involving volleyball. But I was surprised at how a lot of the scenes and lines between characters and in between scenes didn't really have any connecting tissue. Like I said, there's just this scene of volleyball in the middle that, after watching it this last weekend, I was like, why is this here? It doesn't explain anything.
Of all the things I've heard about Top Gun, the volleyball scene is the thing I have heard the most about.
Oh yeah.
Because that is the thing everyone like refers to. They're like, oh yeah, we just need like the words I have heard described specifically is homoerotic volleyball scene.
Oh yeah. And a lot of people
is that accurately describing it though?
Oh yeah. Not
yes and no. Not so much.
Not super overt. It's more in the sense of how they decide to film some of it. So I think
maybe for the 80s it was.
Yeah. Well, and it's a lot of slow motion shots of dudes in skimpy outfits. I mean,
for the 80s, I feel like maybe it would be a little bit.
Well, and
it was the 80s.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, if you try to put yourself in the mindset of a spectator who's literally at that game, I don't think you would say, boy, this is pretty homoerotic, isn't it? It's more
it's the way they filmed it with like the slow motion.
Exactly. The super sweaty dudes and admittedly very sexy buff guys. I mean, at the peak of their physical condition, like, but yeah, it's the weird close-ups on their sweaty abs and the poses that they make and the super slow motion as they high five, and I think it's more of that.
Yeah. You
definitely get that sort of sense from it.
Yeah, I think if you did that for like an Olympic volleyball game, if you took sections of it and like slowed
Oh, for
it
sure.
down and did any of those like close-up shots in the way that I'm assuming they do for Top Gun, since I myself have not seen it, that it would be the same feel.
Absolutely.
And
Well,
that watching it like on TV, you're like, okay, it's a volleyball game.
yeah, and in particular, like depending on where they're playing, it can get super insanely hot. And it seems like depending on the climate, their outfits for playing it for men and women get skimpier and skimpier.
Yeah.
And so without a doubt, yeah, if you filmed that in the right way and slowed it down and and put some poppin' 80s music overlaid over it, it's gonna be pretty erotic.
Yeah.
So all that being said, I was surprised at how bad I found the first movie to be. And I'm like, it totally has its place in the 80s. Like, I don't think that this movie edited this way, shot this way would really, pardon the pun, take off this day and age. And so I was surprised, I was like, I can't believe that they're basically doing a sequel to this movie almost 40 years later.
Yeah.
And so my expectations were pretty low. And then I had a few friends and coworkers go and see it. And I was like, so was it pretty good? And these people are diehard Top Gun fans. And they're like, let me put it to you this way. It was so good, we're going again tonight. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
Okay. They must just be insane they keep doing that. Top Gun, like
Top Gun, Top Gear, it's like the same thing, right?
It basically is high octane entertainment. It doesn't matter. One of them's more British than the other, but who cares?
Oh, okay.
But I found my expectations kind of rising with the more people that I talked to who were just blown away by it. And I'm like, maybe it's not that bad. And so Dad and I went and saw it. And even with super elevated expectations, I have to say, I was still blown away. It is not just like a thrill ride for like the high octane, super adrenaline thrill seekers out there. It's got a great story, great writing. I mean, super kind of complex interpersonal relationships that are even carried over from the first movie. So I do still recommend watching the first one before this one, but it really has deserved all of its praise. It is fantastic.
Oh, and that's good.
And I think my dad put it best when we were walking out and talking about it. He's like, a movie's good when you don't want it to end. And there even is.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's very true.
There's a point, probably 3/4 of the way through, that I thought was going to be the ending of the movie. And it felt like a natural place for them to stop and maybe just kind of call it quits on the whole series and just be like, okay, we're going to do 2 movies. It's a contained story. That's it. And then it kept going, but not disappointingly. Like it was just so riveting. I'm not trying. Yeah, we're not being sponsored by them. I'm not trying to make this a commercial for it. It was so good. I can't. It was awesome. I highly recommend it.
All right, I will put that down on my list of things I must watch.
Absolutely do it.
My current thing that we're getting through right now is The Boys. Which that is a good show on Amazon for anyone who likes something very dark.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. I think I'm halfway through season 2 still, and it's still very good. And I've only heard good things about season 3.
Yeah, I've heard we just started season 1, and I've heard that season 3 is really good. But I have also heard that it has the potential to ruin careers.
Oh my.
So I think they really push boundaries. So I'm excited to watch it.
So like in these sort of gory, like just extreme levels of violence kind of way, like you'll never look at this. Okay, because that makes me think of the only thing that I really know about season 3 is after Supernatural ended, Jensen Ackles started, looking for more things to do. The guy who played Dean at Winchester. Yeah. And I know he makes an appearance. And although he was kind of the bad boy of the brothers in the Supernatural series, I can't help feeling like he was still kind of a positive role model overall. So I can see him being in The Boys kind of ruining his relatively sparkly reputation.
Yeah, we will find out. And on that note, I'm gonna tell us our story. Get
Oh
us
boy.
started. But before we do, what do we have for our snacks today? Since
Oh yeah.
I had
So,
mine a few days ago.
oh, we did.
I
Yeah,
did.
we kind of talked about this one. I did prepare a new batch tonight.
I drank all of mine, so
I did too.
but
I
I
actually
ate
ran out to grab more of the ingredients. So the drink is brisk half and half. And I specifically do it this way because if you're a fan of like appletinis from a bar, you can make a super easy, cheap version that I call the poor man's appletini. And
that's a good name.
it's all right. It's a bit of a mouthful, but I do have a shorter name for it for this episode. It's called the Ecto-tini, kind of
Ooh,
based on the Ecto cooler from High C. Has the same kind of bright green color, but it's brisk half and half, which is iced tea plus watermelon lemonade. Oddly enough, tastes more like sour apple. So
okay.
you might be wondering why it would be an appletini, but then you add in your kind of favorite sour apple flavored alcohol.
Mhm.
I tend to go for Jack Daniel's apple whiskey, and you just put in a couple shots, top it off with the brisk. It's excellent. Um,
Yeah.
and then for some reason, I thought of frosted animal crackers for the treats because they sort of look like ghosts. And I know that you had mentioned that we were doing like a ghost story. And so that was
Yes.
my thought behind that. But I bought the wrong ones. I
Oh
bought
no.
Stouffer's animal cookies. And it's not so much that they aren't tasty, but I really wanted the ones that looked super frosted. And so I actually went back out and bought frosted or Mother's frosted cookies. And they have
Yeah.
just a nice thick layer of frosting on there, and they've got some sprinkles. And so they kind of look like ghosts. And so
Yes.
that was the inspiration for our treats this week. The Ecto-tini and ghosted animal crackers.
Which I feel like works really well because where there are ghosts, there is sometimes ectoplasm. So
Ooh, exactly.
not
Yeah.
unfortunately not in this case as far as I am aware, but
Oh.
who knows?
But who knows? Maybe there's still plenty to be investigated in this location, I'm sure. So maybe someday somebody will find something.
Yeah. I mean honestly, of all the places I have looked at, this one in some of the photos they have, it kind of reminds me of just some of like the rundown but like older brick buildings they have over in Europe. It's like it's got the really dark hallways and stuff. But
yeah. Well, since we're talking about
we'll
ghosts and investigating like a potentially haunted area, of course, my first question is our old buddy Baggins in on it?
I actually did not have a chance to check, so I'm going to look right now to see if they did do an episode.
For anyone who's confused, if you haven't been listening, I have developed something of an infatuation with Zach Baggins, who I like to refer to as Frodo because of Frodo Baggins, except Frodo doesn't invest ghosts. Zach is the leader of, is it Ghost Hunters?
Yes, it is. It's not Ghost Hunters, it's Ghost Adventures.
Oh, yeah, there you go. And they're on like their 20th season and they're still looking for all those ghosts. And I kind of love it. It's sort of a love-hate relationship because I personally don't believe in ghosts, but he's just so damn enthusiastic about it. And I think that they even launched like an interactive ride or something. And
he has a museum of haunted things, which I will totally go on a rant about at the end of the episode.
Okay.
And we'll do it as like a little bonus thing for everyone or something, just so I feel like I'll have a lot to say about it.
Okay, well now I'm excited. I kind of can't wait.
It looks like Zach and his team, as far as I can see from like a quick Google search, have not been to the Castle of Good Hope. So Zach, you need to add it on your list of places you need to go. Come on, get your shit together.
Yeah, see, we're adding more content for him. We're doing his job.
So our sources for today's episode for the Castle of Good Hope is castleofgoodhope.co.za, Wikipedia, and Little House of Horrors.
Oh, like
So-
Little House of Horrors as a website?
It is a website.
I'm thinking of Little Shop of Horrors, my bad.
I think it's like a play off of that, in that they talk about haunted locations, because I
Right.
think I've used them before for another haunted episode.
That would make sense. So away we go to the
Away we
haunted
go
castle.
to South Africa. So that is where the Castle of Good Hope is, which is a large fortress built by the Dutch East India Trading Company between 1666 and 1679. It is the oldest building in South Africa. And when they built it, they replaced an older fort called Fort de Geodhoop, which sounds a lot like Good Hope, if you say it fast enough.
Yeah, it sounds like another way of saying it, but
Yeah.
At least for English speakers, I suppose, Good Hope rolls off the tongue a little more smoothly.
It does. And I feel like maybe if, as English speakers, if like you're not paying attention, it'll sound more like Good Hope, Geodhoop.
Yeah.
If you're like half listening.
Although now it keeps sounding like Geodude. But
it's a Geodude. He like goes into the mountains and looks at rocks, man.
I was going the Pokemon route, but I prefer yours because it's a lot less.
I'm thinking like the physical geodes.
Yeah, no, dude, we're going up to find geodes, dude. Yeah, and no, okay, yeah, let's stick with yours.
Be like at one with nature.
Yeah, man, let's just go out there, just fucking have our own like Burning Man celebration.
Yes. So the Castle of Good Hope replaced this fort, which was the first military structure in Cape Town, South Africa. And the original fortress was built with clay and timber. So like realistically, that building would not have lasted as long as they probably would have liked.
Yeah.
And it was built by Jan van Riebeeck.
Oof. Good thing they didn't name it after that person.
Oh, I know.
Just to clarify again, you mean the current building? Because you said it was
the first building, the Geodhoop.
There we go. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, well that makes sense. Yeah, the clay and wood is probably not going to last as long.
No. So the purpose of the Castle of Good Hope was to be a Dutch settlement, as you know, all of Europe took over Africa and took, as they used to say in like my high school history classes, slices of the pie, because that is essentially what they did, is they just divvied up like slices of pie and was like, everybody gets some.
And let's all go in there collectively and take as much from this place as we possibly can.
They're like, we don't care about what they have going on. Like, this is mine now. This sliver here is mine.
Did you hear I got part of South Africa? Yes, I'm really on my way up. Yeah, I'm Dutch.
Did you hear? I decided this was so.
I'm creating a mud castle. Yes, I've always wanted one.
It was also supposed to be a port for ships traveling between what they used to call the Dutch Indies, which is like Indonesia, and like stop in South Africa on their way back up to the Netherlands.
Oh, all right.
Because it was easier to go down by Africa than to go like up and over.
Interesting. Okay.
Because, so you know, icebergs.
Oh, yeah. And they just needed a little pit stop.
Yeah, we need a little stop along the way.
Yeah, so we're talking about avoiding icebergs. We're going around Africa, and we need a little fort.
Yeah. A little pit stop along the way, fuel up.
Yeah.
Get whatever you need.
Wayside rest. Yeah, get out, stretch your legs.
Just, you know, off on your way. Although it was during the 1664 year, tensions began to rise between Great Britain and the Netherlands because, you know, at this time, Britain was a powerhouse.
They're like, we want everything.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, in history, at one point, what point, once Queen Elizabeth is like doing her thing, do they not be a powerhouse? Because they have like the best navy.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say, if I'm not mistaken, I think in the grand scheme of things, for total land, like in some way owned or occupied, I think Britain holds the record for the largest empire ever.
I believe so.
Either that or maybe Mongolians, but like there again, I think it's the overall, like including all of the countries of the Commonwealth at one point or another. Like I think they hold the record. So it's not a surprise that they would just be like, oh, you Netherlands? Yes, no, we're Britain. We're gonna take whatever we want.
We decided that we would like this, so you can fuck right off.
Yes, we're so British. We think we're so grand that we put great as part of our country's name. You understand?
Yes. And because of tensions being so high, there were rumors that there might not be a war. So, they decided they needed a fortress and they had to have it now.
They're just so bored. They're like, we're totally gonna start a war.
And it's just like it's been so long, like we're fighting the French all the time, so we gotta do something else like a little different.
Yeah, they're whispering to other countries in Europe like, don't tell, but we're going to attack. We're not even necessarily attack. We're just going to start some shit with the Netherlands, just for funsies. They've got this little fort down there. They think it's so cool. We're going to go fuck them up.
They've had enough of William of Orange and his bullshit. So
yes, we're taking Orange back, baby. Yeah,
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know if he was during this time frame or not, but
that's fine. I don't even know who that is. Remember, I'm here to learn. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
He is a monarch for the Dutch at some point, and they actually name stuff after him at the Castle of Good Hope.
Oh,
yeah. So the fortress was commissioned by Commander Zacharias Wagner.
Okay, better than the other person who they.
Well, he was his successor, so.
He saw the potential for it being named after that person. He's like, fuck this. If anyone's gonna get a castle named after him, it's me. He probably did away with the.
I'm sorry, my bad. It was commissioned by Isbrand Gosch, but it was like instructed by Commander Zacharias Wagner to.
That's fine.
Do this. He led the command and said, build this. This dude told me to.
Yeah, nobody's going to remember the other guy. Zacharias Wagner is the name you remember.
Yes. The first stone of the Castle of Good Hope was laid on January 2nd, 1666.
It's like a groundbreaking ceremony. I wonder if they took a picture. Well, okay.
I don't think they could have.
No,
technology did not exist for that in 1666.
Yeah, they all just stand there for a month while some poor bastard is like trying to keep the light good, and they have to come back every day and like, are we in the same poses? Is everybody okay? And then finally, when the painting's done, they're like, can we finally start building this goddamn building?
Yes. Their work was frequently interrupted by the Dutch East India Company and their lack of willingness to spend money on the building they wanted.
Usually problematic.
Yeah. I mean, if you want something built, you kind of have to put money towards it. That's kind of how that works.
If you want something done right, cut as many corners as possible.
No.
The Dutch India Trading Company.
I mean, if that's their motto, I don't think it worked for them, because I mean, where are they now?
Hey, that building still stays. Well, we're
the
still
building does, but the Dutch East India Trading Company does not.
Okay, good point.
Yes. And then on April 26th, 1679, the 5 bastions, which it's basically shaped like a pentagon building, but then at the end of each pentagon, it looks like a star.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to show you what that looks like real quick.
And so you mean like from like a bird's eye view, it's sort of like the Pentagon that we know.
Yeah.
Except that it's got...
So like
Oh,
little,
wow.
these things.
Yeah, little outcroppings, kind of.
Yes.
It almost looks like a five-pointed, like throwing star.
It does. I could not remember the name of that earlier. I'm like, it's like a pentagon, but then with a star in it. It does look like a throwing star. So each of those were named after, so there was William III of Orange.
Oh my God.
And then going clockwise to the west, followed Buren, Katzelenbogen, Nassau,
Okay.
and then Orange, like the House of Orange and
Wait.
William of Orange.
Wait a minute.
So he got two after himself.
So all of those names that you just said were two people, like because you said the
Those
first
were a
star was
total of
William of
5
Orange the
people.
third. Oh, so you read all? I'm sorry. Can you go through the whole list again?
Yes. So there's William III of Orange.
That one I got.
Then there's Buren.
Oh, that was one name. Okay.
Yes, Buren. And then Katznellenbogen. That's the third.
Sure.
Nassau. Fourth.
Yeah.
And then Orange.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. So Willie was double dipping.
He was. He definitely was.
Okay. Well, you know what the hell? He probably chipped in the most money. Who cares?
Yeah. In 1682, they added a gated entryway to replace the original entryway, which had faced the sea originally.
Well, where did it face now?
Well, it still faces the sea.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they moved it as far as I
Well,
am
yeah.
aware.
I mean, you don't want to lose that view. It's nice. You don't want to
No,
look
they
over the
just
sea.
gave it a nice little like archway.
Yeah, if
I
you can see
believe.
some boats coming in, it looks beautiful. Eat a chocolate on the veranda in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm doing Dutch. I don't know what that is. It's definitely closer to German, but I'm gonna stick with it.
Yes. As well as the new gated entry, they added a bell tower over the main entrance, so like at the top.
Classy.
And they added that 2 years later. So in 1684. I keep wanting to switch those.
Mm-hmm.
It is the oldest bell in South Africa.
Wow. and it's still there to this day.
Yes.
Well, the oldest bell, yeah, I assume it's still. Wow. I wonder if they still bring it.
I think they do. They had it made over in Amsterdam and then brought it over, which I'm a little fuzzy on the dates because in my notes I have it that they cast it in 1697. But if they made the tower in 1684, I want to say it was probably 1679 that they made the bell and then brought it.
Well, and if Amsterdam is known for anything, it's for things associated with the word bomb.
Yeah.
Well, that felt like so many crickets. Like that whole time you were describing it, I'm like, this is gonna kill. I'm gonna.
I want to give our audience like a chance to have their moment to laugh and then hear me laugh and laugh even more because of how I laugh.
Your reaction was perfect, and not just like timing wise, but for the level of terribleness of the joke. Just like
the bell itself weighs over 3,000 kilograms, which is the equivalent of 660 pounds.
Oh. I felt like it would have been closer.
Yeah.
3,000 kilograms is only 600 pounds. Okay.
Yeah, it's
I mean, so not that isn't still very heavy. Just 3,000 sounds way more impressive.
It's 300. So it's pounds are almost twice as much for kilograms.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said 3,000 something.
You're like, dang, like it was used to tell the time as well as warn the citizens of danger.
It's creepy. And I suppose that would be really ominous too, because like you're used to hearing it chiming out the hours and whatnot. And if you heard it off time at all, you'd be like, oh my, it's finally happening. They're attacking us. But who?
They also used it to summon people. So I'm curious if like a certain amount of rings meant like different things. Like
Right.
if it rings 3 times, that means danger. But if it only rings twice, it's like a town meeting.
All right, every single person within the bounds of the fort, you're going to get a number on a piece of paper. If you hear that number of chimes upon the bell, you will have to go to the main plaza because and look, we have 6,000 people living here, so it might be a while for some of you. We just went in order of citizenship, so if you're earlier on, it'll be nice. But yeah, we're going to be ringing that thing a lot.
Yes. The fortress housed a church, a bakery, various workshops, living quarters, shops, jail cells, and a few other odd items.
Which is impressive because from the picture you showed, it didn't really look that big. Like it looked kind of just like a little, I don't know, shopping mall area. Well, I suppose a shopping mall has a lot of that stuff. Not a jail though.
It's still like a big amount of area, but I wouldn't expect it to have quite as much as it does.
Yeah, for sure. That's a lot of stuff.
The outside of the building is painted in yellow, which they chose for a few different reasons. One being to lessen the effects of this heat and the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And the other because it's kind of like a joyous color. It's pretty.
Just give the peasants something nice to look at.
No, it makes it like a bit more unassuming in a way.
This isn't a heavily guarded base. It's just a delightful daycare. It's yellow, it's like a field
kidding.
Yes, it's like a field of daisies. Come on in. And then as they approach, we strike.
Yes.
Wait, I think I fucked it up again. This is a Dutch thing, right? I keep doing British, but I forget they're Dutch. Fuck it. I'm gonna do whatever feels natural.
Oh, whatever works. Until you like really have it nailed, I feel like it's not quite gonna hit the same.
Yeah, it's yellow like a banana. Do we have those?
I don't know.
When did bananas? All right, never mind. Keep going.
So the wall, that like outer wall, was built for protection for the citizens, and it divides the like inner courtyard. So when you look at it, there's like the center section in between all of it, and then there's like the outside walls.
Okay.
Kind of keeps stuff out, keeps people in, I guess.
Yeah, and maybe even sort of double defensive in a way.
Yeah.
Like they can retreat to the inner sanctum and let soldiers on the walls defend. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was a reason, I'm sure.
I'm sure. It also houses the Descartes balcony, which was designed by Louis Michael Thibault.
Wow, these names. Like I appreciate that, like the names of the things that these guys order to be created and create don't keep getting named after them, because like Descartes, while a little odd, is certainly better than whatever last name Tribbled did.
Thibault.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They were probably like, hey, do you want us to name this the Thibault Tower? And he's like, no.
But they're like, no, don't do that. No.
Yeah. All the other people are like, no, that's not, no. Descartes. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was originally built in 1695, but then was rebuilt in its current state in 1786 to 1790.
So almost 100 years of that first Descartes. All right, well, and good construction.
This balcony is where they had all of their fortress announcements, which were made to the soldiers, the slaves, and just people in the area.
Hello, good morning. You may notice the yellow is going up today. So, for everyone who's looking down in the dumps, it's going to look nice. Yeah. Instead of just this sort of tan gray, or it's a wood color, or it's a kind of red of the clay. Yeah, it's going to be nice yellow. So, all right, fuck off. Bye.
And then during the Second Boer War, which was from 18 1899 to 1902, part of the castle became a prison. We love prisons. Prisons are haunted as hell.
Yes, I'll admit I kind of forgot that what we were going for. I was having so much fun just like dealing with the bbasic life within the fort that I forgot we were talking about a haunted place. Yeah,
Yes.
those prisons, they like to be haunted.
Yes, and a lot of the former cells are still there to this day.
Oh, wow. All right.
And one of its most famous prisoners is Fritz Jobert Duquesne. I don't think I'm saying that right, but that's how I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
And he's known as the man who killed Kitchener. And he was the leader of the Duquesne spy ring.
Wow. Those all sound impressive.
Yes. And during his time at the prison, he attempted an escape and was digging himself out of his cell with an iron spoon.
The word attempted does not bode well. With an iron spoon. Oh boy.
Well, it was an attempt, which he failed.
Yeah.
Because as he was escaping, a large stone, since it was made of stones, fell and pinned him.
Oh, I was gonna guess just general like cave collapse, but oh my god, a giant.
And that is
stone
like
fell.
what happened. Is he had his own little tunnel collapse on him, and he was later found by a guard unconscious on the ground. And
he was alive.
He was still alive, and they just brought him
shit.
right back.
Guys, like James Franco in that movie about the dude in the cave.
Yes.
Gets his arm trapped in a thing. Did he have to cut off his own legs?
No, I think he got to keep his legs. I didn't see anything about chopped off legs.
Okay. Well, good for him.
As far as I'm aware.
Other than not escaping, not a horrible end.
Yes. There was a torture chamber.
Oh, that's probably where he ended up.
They called it the Dunkergat. It was a windowless dungeon.
Ooh, what was it called again?
Dunkergat.
Oh, they should have named that better. I mean, I'm sure in Dutch or whatever language it's more sinister, but I'm gonna bring you down to the Dunkergat. Yeah?
Yeah.
We got a lot of games down there. You play pool. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
The Dunkergat.
And somehow, as a windowless dungeon, it would sometimes flood in the winter, drowning anyone inside.
Oh my god! Oh, wait a minute. Is it like a single person room?
No, it's like a big room. It's
okay.
like the dungeon underneath everything. So I think they had multiple sections of it.
Okay, never mind. I recently like read a Wikipedia article or watched a YouTube video about like some of the worst forms of torture, and one of them was like a thing where they dig it a hole like deep down in the earth and they just basically shove you in there and you can't get out and it sucks. But it's just the dungeon. All right, I got you. It's a Dunkergat.
Yes. And then in 1936, the castle was declared a historical monument. And it was the first site in South Africa to be protected.
Cool.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Number one, baby.
Yeah. And then in the 80s, they did extensive restorations, which then made it the best preserved example of a Dutch East India Trading Company fort.
Good for them. Yeah, just kind of ranking up getting all of the best accolades. Number one in every category.
And the fort once acted as a local headquarters for the South African Army, but today it is home to the Castle Military Museum, and they use it for like ceremonies for the military, and it currently houses the Highlanders Regiment, which I'm not really sure what that is, but that is...
They're immortal. Highlanders Regiment. Oh my god. And it's the only one, because there can be only one, as anyone who is familiar with Highlander lore would know. There can be only one regiment that is the Highlanders. Oh my god. Okay, now I'm back on board. They are the ghosts because they never die. So they're just hanging around this castle, and anybody who comes by, they're like, hello, I'm immortal.
Well, and that's very possible because as far as ghosts go, People hear a lot of voices and footsteps, which a lot of it is in the dungeon because a lot of people died there and in the hallways.
And just, also in the halls, just because, when shit floods, people in the halls just get stuck. They try to find a room that they can hide in and can't. Every door is locked.
Yeah, it's a maze.
Well, yeah, and I suppose if they have no, that actually leads to an interesting question. If it flooded a lot, how the hell did they get rid of it? I mean, they wouldn't have necessarily had pumps and shit.
I actually am not sure. I don't know if it was just something to do with rising tides or what exactly.
That's true. I suppose depending on how it was constructed, at least in the basement part, it could have just been groundwater. It would just seep in every so often and oh God, that's horrifying. Oh, I suppose that's the advantage of putting a dungeon in the very bottom of your structure. They're like, and if it floods, go fuck them. It's like,
they're like, oh well.
Yeah, it's a dead scroll.
So there's lots of death there. The bell, the big heavy bell, will ring on its own sometimes.
Shut up. Oh, that is epic.
And the legend is that one of these soldiers hung himself by the bell rope.
Oh, maybe the best ghost story I've ever heard. Yes. I love that so much. The idea that his ghost still literally hangs around because he hung himself from the. Also, just a badass way to maybe even in protest or whatever to use your life, sort of martyr yourself. I'm gonna hang myself from the bell, and as I swing, it's gonna chime, and people will know. I don't know what message that guy may have been trying to send, but still, that's kind of a badass way to take yourself out.
Yeah, and then no ghost location is complete without some sort of animal haunting, and for them, they have a black dog that is very vicious.
Ooh. Oh my God!
And it will lunge at people like it's going to attack them and then disappear.
Nice. Classic.
And black dogs themselves are also typically seen as a death omen. So extra creepiness.
I actually listened to another thing about that recently. It's very terrifying. It's a weird story about this particular thing that I was talking about or listening to. I don't know if it was Dutch in origin, but they talked about how you would see the black dog 3 times. The first time was a warning of, okay, so you're familiar with it. Yeah, I can't remember what they all were, but I know the first time was usually aiding you. The second time was a
warning. And then the third is death.
You just disappear. And this one dude was walking through the mountains, and the guy that was with him had talked about how he had seen the dog twice. And then the lead dude saw this black dog up on the hill, and he just turned around, and the dude with him just disappeared. And then he, after listening to this story, was like, "Oh fuck, I've seen the dog once now." He's like, "Damn it, I'm in the cycle."
No.
Yeah, it was. Oh, it's a good story. I like that. Oh yeah, the black.
You hope that if it happens, you only see it once and you never see it again.
Well, and that particular story, I think the story ends with him seeing it a second time. And I don't remember what happens to him, but if I ever come across it, I'll bring it up again. It was really intriguing. He was biting my nails the whole time. I'm like, this is a damn good story.
Oh. Outside of the dog, people also occasionally see a man leaping off the castle walls, but they never see him fall, if that makes sense. They'll see him jump off the side, and that they won't see anything else.
Yeah, they don't hear the sound of someone falling. They don't see anything. Yeah, he just sort of is gone, and they're like, well, there's no body.
Yeah.
No body.
People have also reported hearing a man and a woman arguing in the guards room, but then when they go to investigate it and be like, who is arguing in this, why are you even in here? There's either no one there or they see a single shapeless figure that then dissipates.
That's creepy. Well, because it also kind of implies that because you said it's 2 people arguing, it kind of implies that one of them has been done away with by the end of the argument. By the
Yeah.
time you show up. And so like even in the context of it being a haunting, it's even creepier.
It's
because
still gross.
You hear two people and then you walk in and you
Ugh.
only see one.
You assume one of them is gone.
Exactly.
Regardless of alive or dead, one is missing.
Right. Oh my God, that's creepy.
There is also an electric bell that people hear, and there's like no one around to like ring it, which
An electric bell?
yeah.
Is it like
it kind of makes me
ringtone, or?
think of kind of like a school bell, I think.
Oh, or maybe like
Something
a
kinda like
buzzer.
that.
Like
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think I see. Oh, an electric, yeah, no, that makes sense. A school bell.
Yeah. Which it kind of makes me think of, I know there's a movie that just came out, which was called The Black Phone. And
Yes.
we had this black phone that was like this older phone
Shut up.
at our Starbucks store that it wasn't the phone we used, but every so often the phone would
Shut up.
ring.
Shut
And every
up.
time
Oh
it
my
happened,
God.
everyone would just stop and look at it.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Because we're like,
What?
do we
What?
answer this phone?
Wait a minute. So
I know
it
we
was
had a
hooked
black
up?
phone.
Shut up.
This is a
we're
real
not-
story.
We don't even need to talk about the fucking castle anymore. What the hell is this? You had, was it just
Let me
outside?
just talk about my haunted Starbucks stores.
That sounds like an extra like little plus story to go into. Was
Yeah,
it
we
just
could talk
on the
about that.
wall?
Yeah, it was just like on the wall in the back room. So you'd like go around the corner, and it was right next to like the hand washing sink we had in the back.
Oh my God, it's so creepy. I don't know.
So weird. And if you actually did answer it, which I did like a few times, because I'm like, maybe there's something to it, you would either hear like absolutely nothing, like just like static, or someone would be there like speaking to you, but it's in a language you can't understand.
Oh my God. That's the
So
greatest thing
weird.
I've ever heard.
It's insane.
Oh, that's terrifying. Why was there a second phone?
I really have no idea, but they're putting in something else there now. So I'm like curious to go back and ask them if the phone is still there.
That would be amazing.
Because I don't know if they're
wanna
gonna
know.
like completely like rearrange everything.
So they didn't like demolish the structure or anything. Oh, you
No,
definitely have to
because
see if that phone's
it's
still
part
there.
of a hotel. So it's like one of the storefronts in a
Oh,
hotel.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry to the South African fort of which we were speaking, but the phone has taken my attention completely now. That sounds so awesome and
Yes.
creepy and
So-
just weird.
I can understand how like having an electric bell or something that very much requires manpower behind it to then go off and be like, what is this?
Yeah, because you imagine someone has to be pressing a button. I mean, I suppose wires could cross, but that sort of device would be relatively simple. So yeah, you'd think of someone or the what is that called? Like the Morse code thing. Not a telegraph.
The telegraph.
Telegraph, yeah. The idea
got it
that
right.
like someone has to, I said telegram, but it was really close. Yeah, because someone has to be on the other end hitting the other thing.
Yeah. It's wild. The soldiers currently living there avoid passing through any of the archways if they absolutely can help it, because they have like a fear of it, and that there's like restless souls roaming in the archways themselves.
Ugh,
It's like,
I could see that.
I don't like that.
Oh, and if there's an earthquake, they're screwed because they're like,
Oh God, they're not
yeah,
gonna
I'm
go
not
underneath it.
I guess I would just die because I'm not going with the creepy spirits. I don't want to be a stuck spirit, just stuck in the fort forever.
Yeah.
Although if it collapses, it's not like they're going to rebuild that exact archway. You'll get out of it. I say go for the archway, try to save your life. Be haunted for the rest of it, but save yourself.
Yes. And then we do have two famous ghosts. Our first being Lady Anne Barnard, who haunts the castle.
Okay.
She was the first lady in the 18th century.
She was just the very first one.
Because I myself unfortunately don't know a ton about the history of like South Africa. I am unsure if that is like the first lady of South Africa or if she was considered like the first lady for the Dutch. Like
Or
I don't know enough about either of them to like entirely know. And then when I looked her up, it said she was a Scottish travel writer and socialite. So I'm like, is this even the right person?
So maybe just the spouse of like whoever was in charge of the fort or something, maybe. Yeah.
And
either way, she's a prominent individual of that community.
yes. And her responsibility as first lady was hosting and entertaining, which is something she seems to still do when they have very important people visit. And she'll typically appear to those important visitors.
Not gonna lie, it sounds like an okay afterlife. You just like throwing parties all the time, just being like, yeah, you can come on in, take a seat. Yeah, we're gonna have chocolates and yeah, we're gonna bring out some cheese and strawberries. It's gonna be great. Trust me, we really like people visiting. We don't get lots of, ghost stuff here. I'm not one of them, of course. But
I'm not a ghost.
I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back in a bit.
Yes.
And then she never returns.
Like, but that nice lady helped me. And they're like, who?
Yeah, exactly. They're like, well, there hasn't been a lady here for 45 years.
And they're like, no.
Yeah. What?
And then our other famous ghost is Peter Gisbert van Noot.
What?
These Dutch names
Get rid of the middle name.
Very intricate.
I might have to write that down just as nothing making sense to me later. I'm sorry, could you say his name again?
It is Peter, spelled Pieter, Gisbert, Gijsbert.
Whoa.
Van, Van, Noot, Noodt.
Wow.
I am trying my best.
I was gonna say, to be honest, I'm not even sure that's how it would be pronounced, but that is definitely the best pronunciation. Like that is the most.
I am.
Oh my God.
I am trying. So if I butcher any of these, I am doing my best.
I mean, I would like to think that even Dutch listeners would be like, you came pretty close.
You tried.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Peter, whatever. Peter, Gisbert. If you don't pronounce it like that, but we get what you were going for. Yeah, it's creepy, right? It's weird. Yes. Oh my God, you're stuck in a room with some dude who's named Gisbert. Ugh.
He was a militant man.
Oh.
And so he was one of the higher up military men because he had an office, and he sent 4 men to death on April 23rd, 1728, and he refused to grant their last wishes before they were hung.
He just sent them to death for shits and gigs.
Considering that it was probably as a prison at that time.
Right, I'm sure they did something.
I don't know what they did, but he refused their last wishes.
That's a dick move. I mean,
it is a dick move.
I do feel like depending on the severity of one's crimes, maybe you don't deserve it, but considering that this is described as like a military prison or whatever, it's like they went AWOL or something. They had a family because they wanted to be human. And he's like, yeah, you left your post, go fuck yourself, you're gonna die. Can I have like a hot dog and a beer? No.
And he's like, no hot dog or beer for you.
Yeah, fuck, that sucks.
Yes, and because of this, one of the prisoners cursed him. And then he was found dead in his office later that day.
That is spectacular.
He did actually die of a heart attack. At least that is what is suspected.
Oh, okay, yeah. But so the one thing they know is he did die in his office.
He did die in his office that same day.
Agnes, we need you to get on this case, seriously.
And they suspect it was a heart attack. This was also 1728, so.
So that they might think that his soul just went on a walkabout and never came back.
His soul just decided to leave and he was done. That was it. But
he's gone. Fuck it. Who cares?
Yes.
Who cares?
People feel his presence as a very angry man, and they will still hear him like in his office and inside the castle cursing and just being angry. That's a fun, malicious presence.
Yeah, that's a rough afterlife. Just pissed. Like you were upset. You were angry as a human, and then you're stuck in the, you're stuck in the place that, like, because for him, it was probably just like, he wanted to be that military guy who was out commanding frontline troops, and he was out in the stuff, and he's like, now he's got basically a desk job, and so he just sends people to hang just for fun, and he's like, I fucking hate this, I gotta do a bunch of paperwork and filing and shit, and then some bastard curses me and I'm stuck here for eternity. I mean, I'd be pissed too.
I would be too.
Hell yeah.
But that is our story. It's a little shorter and sweet, but you know, it's got some good flair to it.
I'm not complaining about ending on a story about a guy named Jizz Walker. Wait, what was his name? Giblets?
Jizzbert.
Although, if anyone out, right. If anyone out there in the porn industry is looking to do a Star Wars parody, Jizz Walker is pretty good.
Oh my god!
Call him Duke instead of Luke. Duke Jizz Walker. Yeah.
Again, this show is not for children, nor do we ever claim it is.
Yeah, you bastards! Quit letting your kids listen to this.
I actually don't know if any children per se listen to this.
I thought you were just gonna say, I don't know if anyone listens to this.
No, people do listen to this, and they told me that. So
we have statistical analyses that can back it up. Damn it!
I've had people tell Sydney that, like, we know mutually. They're like, "Oh, I listened to your sister's podcast," and she's like, "You do?" Really? And I'm like, "They do."
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, so you know who you are. Shout out.
I honestly always come into this just assuming literally no one is listening, because I feel like that gives me the freedom to express myself in a way that is, well, it's still crazy, but feels more authentic, perhaps.
Your most true self.
Although that does, considering that's the end of our story, you were going to talk about what were we talking about at the beginning?
Yes, I was going to talk
rave about something.
The Zach Baggins Museum, which
I
am going to save as another time.
Oh, okay.
Gabriel cooked dinner and it smells delicious, and I'm like really hungry now.
What did he make?
But we will have time where we sit down and talk about it, and I will rant about it for everyone, and we'll do it as like a bonus episode for all of you, so I can just rant and rave about this museum that I myself have actually never been to.
Well, then we'll wrap this up real quick so you can go eat. I also have to go eat. I need to make a little bit of pasta. For this week's treats, you know, I'm going to give the drink a 9. I keep talking about it as like the poor man's appletini. I don't know what really goes into a real appletini, but I'm giving it a 9. I've been making it for years. I discovered the brisk watermelon lemonade thing my first year of delivering mail. I was on this particular route, and I was at this like Super America gas station, and I just saw it, and I'm like, that looks refreshing, and it's $1. And the more I drank it, it's great. And it's for anyone who's interested, it's a 1 liter bottle, and it has less calories than a standard soda. So it's still like 195 or something. But I believe
it's like pretty good.
Yeah, I believe it has less calories and less sugar than a standard soda. So if you're looking for something to kind of wean yourself off of really heavily sugared stuff, it's not a bad thing. Also, quick aside, if they would just throw some carbonation in there, it would be an outstanding pop. Like you could just Anyways, throw that with some apple whiskey. In my opinion, it's super quick, it's super delicious. I'm giving that a 9. I'm going to rate the Stouffer's animal cookies I first grabbed as like a 5, which has a lot to do with the disappointment that I felt when I opened it up. The
disappointment in your soul.
Well, it's like, imagine if you thought you were going to be eating Frosted Flakes, and then you open like a box of cereal, and it's
like cornflakes.
No, it's like barely frosted Wheaties, or not Wheaties. What are the corn? Oh god damn it, mini wheats. Like
I'm still sticking with cornflakes.
Oh no, for sure. That's kind of the point. Like they're like mini hay bales, and then they went with the frosted mini wheats, which are supposed to sort of bring in the younger crowd, where it's like, hey, we put some sugar on it. It's like you barely speckled it with any kind of flavor, and it's like literally little mini hay bales. Anyways, point being, as much as I love Stouffer's products, you want the Mother's Circus Animal cookies. They're just absolutely doused in frosting. Those ones I would give a 7. The whole thing together, I'm gonna go with a 7 again, just because it's a little too much sugar for me. I like a salty snack with my drinks. I was trying to go for kind of the ghost theme, and but it's still a pretty solid pairing. I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah.
And
I did my drink with apple vodka. I did the New Amsterdam vodka, and that was pretty good. Okay. The first sip I had, I was like, oh, this is kind of dangerous. Like, if you're not paying attention, you could get drunk real fast.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's kind of what I like about it too, is that you can put a lot of alcohol in it, and it just, you keep tasting the brisk watermelon lemonade. It's very good.
Yeah. So I would give that probably about an 8, just because like it was really sweet. And as much as I enjoy a sweet treat every so often, I think it was maybe a little much for me.
Yeah.
And then for the Mother's frosted circus animals, I'm gonna be a little controversial here, and I'm gonna give that like a 5, because I liked it. I remember it being better than it was, and I don't know if yours did this, but mine gave me like this film on my mouth, and I did not like that.
No, as a matter of fact, when I first bought the bag, I opened it up just to be like, make sure that it was the one that I wanted.
Yeah.
And my initial thought was, oh, this is a 10. This, it's the classic animal crackers with an insane amount of frosting. But no, I dropped it down because of that.
Yeah, it just, for me, I don't like when I eat something and it like leaves that, is like, then I just like feel gross.
Absolutely.
Until like I brush my teeth, or I get like some mouthwash in there to like get it out.
Mm-hmm. Well, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but for me, it's the same with KFC chicken versus Popeyes. I don't hear this from a lot of other people. They seem not to agree with me, but there's something really heavily starchy in both like the biscuits and the whatever the coating is for Popeye's chicken. For me, at least, that seems to leave a coating, and because like the flavor is fantastic, but it leaves this like film in my mouth that I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, I haven't had it, so until I do, I could not actually.
We'll have to start yet another podcast about tasting random foods from various places. Real quick,
we could do chicken as a treat. It's not like we can't do that. That's true.
Yeah, but do you have you've got to have a Popeyes somewhere around you, don't you?
We do. I just have not been to it.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was like a northern thing.
No, we do have them here. I just, growing up in a small town, you only have so many options, and that is usually McDonald's and Taco Bell.
That's very true. Maybe a Subway, a KFC if you're lucky, but McDonald's, Taco Bell.
The closest KFC was Glenwood, so it's a half-hour one way.
Oh my God.
So,
wow, that's
but we had Taco Bell.
Hell yeah, fourth meal, baby.
Yes.
And if you want to send us any suggestions, you can email us at peculiarpairingspod@gmail.com, tweet us at peculiarpairpod, or send us messages at Instagram at peculiarpairingspod. You can also look us up on Patreon and see what we got up there.
Yes.
Go to Patreon.
Yes. Sponsor our snacks and drinks.
Yeah.
I am working on a list for Matt to read of just general mean tweets that I have found that I feel like would be fun for commentary. So
have we been getting tweets?
We have not been getting any, but I have come across some where just in our Twitter feed, I'm like, oh.
I mean, look, I know
that person's really been called out, and I would love for Matt to read it and just talk about it a little.
Okay, I'm just saying, look, I know it takes a while to grow a brand and whatnot, but I'm like, hey, if people are actually tweeting us already, that's cool. But
no,
I'm willing to read whatever you got.
There yet?
Okay.
Someday, but not yet.
Hey, this I've said before, I'll say it again. This is still the longest standing podcast I've ever been a part of. So kudos to us both. Well done, Celine. You're a good helmsman of a ship.
It takes two to make this happen, so
by default, yeah.
But it would not be the same with just one of us. So
that's true. It can be a little odd just listening to one person talk for like an hour.
So with that, we will see you next time, listeners.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.